So, with fears proving unfounded about the collapse of all computers and electronics as the clock ticked over to the new millennium, Watford were back in the Premier League. It was the year in which the Rookery Stand became the home end because it was argued there were more seats and better facilities. Although still not enough ladies lose, some would stay. The family stand moved to the Vicarage Road end as work with junior Hornets continued, although from some years later, this is a familiar story.
And then she won the raffle to be a mascot. It was at the Graham Taylor Memorial Match when they unveiled the statue as well, so that was amazing. And me and my dad were just over the moon. We walked around. I was just saying to Meg, actually, we were a little bit naughty and sat my dad in the dugout when he wasn't supposed to be in the dugout, but you know, you had to get a photo. But yeah, just watching her walk out there, I've never been so proud.
The stay in the Premier League lasted only the first season. This left the club with huge debts and the fear of administration. A group of fans started the Watford Supporters Trust with the specific aim of buying back the Vic.
The Trust has the simple aim of ensuring that professional football continues to be played in Watford at Vicarage Road.
We need you. You.
We need you.
We need you.
So, just what is the Supporters Trust?
The Supporters Trust is an independent organisation that's been set up by Watford fans. It's run by Watford fans and it's run democratically. We aim to increase the influence that fans have with the club. We aim to increase representation and to build a meaningful stake in the club. And of course we aim to do that in partnership with the club.
A further setback was that the 80-year-old main East Stand was condemned for safety reasons, so capacity was further reduced. With its roof removed, the East Stand of the ground was a sorry sight for the rest of the decade. Springing to the rescue once again, or maybe that should be singing, the recently knighted Sir Elton John staged a concert in June 2005 to raise funds to help the club buy back the Vic. In fact, the club had been able to secure the freehold in 2004.
From certainly into the early 2000s, it already started to happen, I think. And obviously in more recent years, with the investment of the money and the owners, it doesn't look anything compared to how I stood here as a 9-year-old in the late 1960s. You couldn't imagine it looking like it does today. It's completely different.
With promotion in 2005 and increased revenue, improvements were made within the stands and concourses rather than affecting the external appearance of the stadium, although the southwest corner saw the executive boxes vanish in a new development. The next major building works to affect the stadium came with the start of the RAP units of managed affordable housing constructed around the Rookery Stand in 2007, but with no views towards the pitch. The start of the next decade saw the decrepit stands on the Occupation Road side demolished, and many watched with interest as building work continued to raise what was to become the Sir Elton John stand. Shortly before this stand opened in 2014, the Rous Stand was renamed in honour of Watford's greatest ever manager as the Graham Taylor stand, in a ceremony which the now retired GT attended with his family. His friend and collaborator and now Life-President Sir Elton John and his family attended the formal opening of the opposite stand named for him in December 2014.
I think what the Potsos have done has just been fantastic. You know, it was ramshackle. You'd walk in, there were things falling over, you know, big gaps in the fencing. And now it's just something, every time I walk in, I'm proud of what they've done.
Watford enjoyed a period of stability in the Premier League and were able to improve the stadium with a sensory room on the northwest corner, which provides a safe place for children on the autism spectrum to enjoy football matches. Improvement also included new hospitality suites and the new Hornet shop.
But I mean, the Hornet shop Well, that was turnstiles, you know, and what's now the away area was home seating back then. So, and I still remember the sound of the old turnstiles being pushed through. You give your money over to the lady or the man behind the grate, and dung 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 dung.
Amazing. That's brilliant.
So it's very different to like having your phone and everything that you do now.
Change is good, and it's actually developed with the game itself. When you look at older grounds that haven't been developed, that they are being left behind these days. And really from here, Mike, all you've got to do is look at the pitch. If you can't play on that, you can't play anywhere.
Just outside the shop is a statue of Graham Taylor, which was unveiled by his widow Rita and other family members in 2018 and has proved a favourite place for fans to sit alongside GT and snap a selfie. As the decade drew to a close, there was a dramatic change in the way everyone in the UK experienced football. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the country went into lockdown in March 2020. No spectators were allowed into grounds and the team slid into relegation. During the lockdown, the club made its facilities available to the NHS and provided meals, laundry, meeting rooms and accommodation for NHS staff and patients in a series of family and community-focused actions which will feature in another video. Sadly, the anniversary year will begin with Watford once more relegated, but able to play championship football in a stadium worthy of a Premier League club.